You ready to go? You've only been sitting in there since 9 o'clock this morning.
Just waiting. Beans are ready. Let's go get them. Let's go get them. Does anyone have a door opener? I'll try not to overload you this time. Engines are firing up. The boys are excited. And we're off. They've almost, I'd be surprised if they don't get that grain bin, like the actual erection part of it, maybe done today. We'll see when we get back how far they've gotten, but I think they're on their last couple lifts. And then, well, there's lots of work to do after that, but the actual erection, which is kind of the nervous part for wind, they might get that done. And just like that, we're cutting beans. They're coming in. They're hooking Brody up, so I have no one following me, but I maybe should get out and look behind the combine, but I'm trying to get this headland off so they got room to work, so it should be fine, right? Should be fine. Well, I've gone once down the field and took off headlands on, well, part of it. I'm above my bubble up auger, and they've been setting on that combine, which I think they got it dialed in. So, sent Steve home to get a truck. I think we're dialed. Unfortunately, I'm guessing the dump cart's almost full and I probably got no room to dump on there, so we might be waiting till the truck gets here. Well, I'll tell you, if you want more, I'll give you more. Hopefully she dumps. I do know what it looked like the last time we overfilled it and it wouldn't dump itself, so we're gonna avoid that. Hopefully. That's all I feel comfortable giving you. Okay, so I'm full again waiting. We have no truck here yet. I see a dust cloud coming. I think he's only a mile away. Dry beans, so when you select them in the screen, dry beans, the combine does not have automation for dry beans, from what I can tell. And I did call Kibble and talk to them, and they also did not know. Probably not. Well, it tells me that I don't have automation, which I think also turns off the self-calibrating, which makes sense. If the automation isn't working, why would it self-calibrate? We can manually calibrate them, but we have no scale. Like the dump cart does not have a scale on it until we go to town, and then you don't know how many acres you've done to get a weight. You got to kind of go by full fields and how much came off of the field, so we're just kind of winging it. We did turn up the calibration, but I think we've gone way too far because now it's telling me I have 5,000 pound black beans, which would be amazing, but I don't think that's true at all. I can pretty much guarantee you that that is not right. 3,000 pounds, I believe. If the last field went 2,800, and that did not look like 2,800 pound beans, but that's what the scale ticket said. This field looks more like 3,000, 3,200 pounds, but I could be wrong. We'll see. Won't know until we're done with the field. My sample does look better. Well, there's still the sticks in there. I don't know if you can see. It's so hard when they're, I can barely see them because the black and then the glare and you can't see. But I don't have like any splits. I still got the little twigs, and yeah, no, we're gonna let her eat. So, being I have time here, I want to see. I feel like my air should be tipped back more. So I want the prairie wind system to be blowing just above the sickle, like into the belt. I feel like I could tilt that back a little bit more. So I think I'm blowing under the head some, which isn't a problem, other than it kicks up a lot more dust, and I don't like that at all. I also want to see how level my head is running. Also maybe could tilt that ahead just a tad. I don't want my sickle sections, what's gonna be cutting there, to be down too much and be scooping into rocks and stuff that might damage the combine or the header. but I feel like we're running pretty flat. We could tip it ahead some. It's really windy outside. The beans are really gonna dry down today. I don't remember what video it was in, but when we were planting this field, this is where I almost got the Tarrigator stuck. And then when Brody was out here replanting the beans that had died, it looks like he planted over the ruts. They didn't cut so well though. Look at this, trenches. Yeah, she's a good thrashing day today. Wow. Look at that, it just popped right open. It looks like we overloaded the dump cart again. There he sits with a guy up on the truck trying to maybe shovel them out. I tell you what, 2 attempts on buying an affordable dump cart. 2 failed attempts. I mean, I may as well just drive up there and dump. Sitting here and waiting for that is not helping anything. Try to buy affordable and then spend twice as much and probably end up buying the right thing eventually. So I don't really foresee that these black beans are something that's going to not be in our operation. And not having the proper equipment is not the best. Because now the beans are drying down, especially in this wind, which is about the worst thing that you could have happen. Because then you start getting splits and docks and da 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 da. Line goes on and on. Oh, just as I get here, it's starting to dump. They finally got it to tilt. That's how it's supposed to work. Well, now that I'm here, I'm just gonna dump. Nice. Well, everything's been going fairly good out here. It's starting to get humid though, which is normal for black bean harvest. But I stopped because I have to use the restroom. And I see a couple of sunflowers that I don't want going to seed out here. So I've come to take their head, if it will come off. Okay, I'll take the whole plant then. Look at that. Look at how many seeds are in that alone. Unreal. And this is a small one. Maybe we should raise sunflowers out here. Look at the size of the stalk on this. It's huge. Take these in the cab and eat sunflower seeds now. I was waiting on him and now he's waiting on me. So if we're both over our bubble up augers, we can't both dump in there. You're full again. I know. He don't enjoy that because then we never do truly get empty and then we're at, yeah. It's kind of like a 1,500 bushel cart. He comes back with some, never truly does get empty on a truck. It's where the 2,500 bushel is a little nicer, gives you some leeway. This thing, takes 3 dumps to fill the 7 axle trucks, 2.25 dumps to fill the 6 axle truck we got running, the Titan trailer and Purple Pete. Literally couldn't see anything there. My goodness gracious, that was scary. Hope nothing plugs up, because I can't tell. So I'm not really sure what happened, but Brody is sitting up in the corner of the field, and the dump cart's sitting there, and he went through like an old grove site, used to be grove site, and I don't know if he broke a sickle section or what, but I have no dump cart, so I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. But I gotta keep myself moving, and hopefully they get fixed up soon. Because, well, I already am thinking we're probably not going to get done here today, especially with this issue. And as gorgeous of a day as it is right now, that way is where the bean plant's at, and that big thunderhead came through. Randy called me and's like, it's going to be a while. They don't dump trucks when it's raining, and it is downpouring. It's like, didn't see that coming for a hurdle today. So I've been mowing through some pretty ugly patches, so I thought I'm waiting for the cart. Thought I better check my loading tube. As you can see, it's packing with mud. Fortunately, not yet on the tube too badly. It's mostly the auger. I need to check, probably tonight, my cross augers in my grain tank to make sure that they aren't getting built up with mud. So these black turtle beans are extremely oily. Then the dust that the machine makes naturally will build up on augers because of the oil. And what also adds to that is the severe green stems, and then also green stems from weeds, which will also create moisture on everything, causing the dust to stick to it and the buildup. So that is why we desiccate, try to kill the weeds, kill the stems. Stems don't want to die this year, so I guess we're gonna deal with the pluggages, which I'm not looking forward to. So as you can see there and right here, so that area there, I tried to go in there, but we killed the heck. Actually what that is cockleburs, and I have not seen cockleburs be an issue for many, many years, but when you're dealing with Bassagran and Raptor and Fomesifin in the drowned out-ish area where they're prevalent to begin with, that's what you get. We smoked the heck out of the cockleburs themselves, but I'm sure you can't really tell, but the beans underneath them are grass green. So if we really were ambitious and wanted to mess around, we could come and give that another dosing of chemical and try to get the beans and then try to harvest it. But the odds of that happening are slim to none, just because it looks like a lot here, but it's more or less, I would say, there's one width of 45 feet, so realistically it ain't even worth messing around to drive a sprayer all the way back out here and then a combine all the way back out here in 7-8 days. It wouldn't even pay for the fuel. So, and I'm betting that the beans under there, they are there, but I bet they are very poor to begin with, just because of the competition with the weeds. So I think that's gonna be a bobcat and a mower situation. Is what it is. I don't like to see it, but when you're dealing with chemistry like that, you ain't gonna win every battle. For the most part, I am extremely pleased with the weed control out here. Like, it is, unless it was suppressed due to, like, the canopy was suppressed due to water issues, killing the beans or holding them back, there's no weeds. There is some, but that's a low spot, like I'm talking about. The beans are probably 1 every 6 inches instead of 1 every that far apart. And they're probably short. And then that just creates the weeds to just go insane. Did you get all that? That makes sense? That was the truth. This is really embarrassing, but we have, like, I don't know, 3-4 rounds left. And the minute that sun went down, it's over. I mean, we're now down to 2 miles per hour, using more engine load than we have all day. Ain't working. If we would have been here a half an hour earlier today, we would have gotten done, but we didn't want to make the same mistake as the last field we did and head out. They were too tough then and went back for dinner, so I believe we're wrapping it up, unfortunately. I like this Titan trailer. It don't have any of those stupid straps that sit and splash. It's actually very nice. I like that a lot. You better close your top in case it rains.
Yeah, I forgot about it. I'm used to big wheels.
Big wheels didn't have a folding topper.
I don't have a tarp for mine.
No tarp?
No tarp for a little dumpy cart.
Oh my. Did he break any more sickles?
I didn't see any.
He said he broke 8 of them and 2 guards.
Did you hear what he hit?
A pitchfork.
Yeah.
That'd be nice for a tire.
See that.
Should we weld a handle
That's
on it?
good. Give that to Grandpa. He'll get that fixed up.
Yeah, you see where it caught.
You polished it up.
You want this?
Not really. Not in this leather.
Well, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. We're gonna go finish this up. It rained last night. I have repairs to do, and it's in the worst location it could be.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right in the where it's all quadrupled up here. Oh yeah. The only bright side is she's washed up again. Oh, she's pinched. Fine. There we go, boys.
Wow. It's not the worst one. The next one down would have sucked.
Big gun, little bolt. I didn't twist that one off. I did twist one off. I've been hit, eyeball. Okay, I think I'm fixed up. So Jordan's throwing the pan on them to see what we got for losses. They're still rumbly, which is to be expected for it raining. It's working though, it's rumbly though. Ground is a little sticky. Got like 3/10 of rain last night. There was a chance, and the chance, it was true. Woke up at 4 in the morning, thunder and lightning. But we can deal with that. That probably gave us some hydration back into the beans. We are down to 13% when we quit. We started, they were 15.5. The time we were done yesterday, they were 13. So maybe not a bad thing. That was a fun 15 minutes while it lasted. You got the next field ready?
Not yet.
Well, we got them all parked away, fueled up, ready for the next field. Maybe the end of the week, we'll be doing another 80. So, I hope so, anyways. Like, keep moving along. Other than that, field did good. Better than the last one by 200 pounds, so we're satisfied. Yield monitor is still terribly off, so gonna have to do some more calculations, see what's going on. See if one machine's acting different than the other. We're gonna have to do some research into that and try to get that dialed in a little bit better. Nonetheless, hope you enjoyed today's video. Please subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video.